Many car enthusiasts were familiar with the captivating world of Discovery Channel's Fast and Loud. Gas Monkey Garage exceeded all expectations when it came to ratings and garnered a dedicated following of car enthusiasts, hobbyists, and even younger viewers from around the world. Their impact on the television entertainment scene resonated loudly, much like the impressive creations that rolled out of their garage doors. However, all good things must come to an end. In 2020, Rawlings surprised many fans by announcing the end of the beloved Fast and Loud show. This decision left many wondering why it came to an abrupt conclusion. What led to the show's unexpected ending? Why did Rick and the Gas Monkey Garage team decide to bring it to a close? Fortunately, you've come to the right place for answers. Here's what we know. The early days of Gas Monkey Garage were a far cry from the successful and well-managed operation it eventually became. In fact, some might find it hard to believe, given the impressive reputation and brand the garage built for itself over time. Richard Rawlings, the man behind Gas Monkey. Garage had a rather unconventional path to success. Before venturing into the world of custom cars, his first business endeavor was a printing business. However, he decided to sell it in order to pursue his dream of owning a garage in Dallas, Texas. What's particularly remarkable is how humble their beginnings were. Initially, the entire company operated out of a tiny mechanic shop, which measured no more than 1,200 square feet. To make matters more challenging, the shop lacked functioning water and air conditioning systems. Just picture yourself squeezed beneath a car, in the sweltering heat of a small mechanic shop with no relief from the scorching weather. Installing a chassis on an old '69 Camaro under those conditions? It sounds like a recipe for a less-than-ideal work environment. Rawlings had a groundbreaking idea to start a whole new reality show, one that would focus entirely on a rat rod-style shop. This concept was revolutionary at the time, and it led to a roller coaster of an experience for everyone involved. In 2004, the shop officially opened its doors, and little did they know what the future had in store for them. It would take a full 8 years of persistence for Rawlings to convince the Discovery Channel to film their shop, but the result was nothing short of extraordinary. The show went on to become a massive success, running for a total of 16 seasons. However, as you'll soon discover, it wasn't all smooth sailing, and significant issues eventually led to its cancellation. The grueling work schedule was one of the defining characteristics of life at Gas Monkey Garage. Long nights and even longer days became the norm for the dedicated cast and crew. Working tirelessly for hours on end, often engaging in back-breaking manual labor, started taking a toll on them. The relentless filming schedule, combined with the constant presence of cameras, created a sense of perpetual surveillance and an overall lack of privacy. As days turned into nights and the workload continued to mount, it was like a ticking time bomb waiting to go off. Reports from behind the scenes suggest that the crew often endured marathon filming sessions lasting up to 16 hours at a stretch, all in pursuit of capturing the perfect shots. There were instances where they were asked to repeat or recreate certain scenes or events to meet the producer's creative vision. After a remarkable run of 16 successful seasons, it's safe to say that the Fast and Loud show may have started feeling daunting for some. The toll it took on Rawlings himself became evident as the demanding workload began to wear him down. His personality and attitude were significant factors contributing to the show's longevity, lasting for 8 years. But they also led to some complications behind the scenes. Rawlings was known for his hands-on approach, often pushing his team to stay productive. He would frequently remind them, "You should be working. Don't be listening to me. Get in there. Do something." This relentless work ethic came from the top, as he would sometimes comment on the hierarchy within the shop, saying, "Geez, you're the lowest man on the totem pole. I'm an idiot. And I'm pretty sure I can build the proper amount for that in about 2 hours." However, as the show's success continued to rise, so did Rawlings's ego. His unwavering confidence and unwillingness to admit weaknesses, even in the face of mistakes, made it challenging for the staff to have a positive view of their boss. This dynamic might have been a contributing factor to the shop's high turnover rate, where employees felt the pressure to stay on Rawlings's good side to thrive in the gas monkey garage environment. One memorable character who added both entertainment and friction to the show was Tom Smith, a former cast member of Fast and Loud. Tom had a unique place in the hearts of viewers, either loved or hated for his eccentricities. He often pushed the boundaries of his co-workers' sanity and mental states, prompting them to establish special rules to handle his sometimes overbearing behavior. According to the office manager, Christy Brimberry, the staff devised creative ways to manage Tom's talent and disobedience, ensuring the shop continued to function amidst the challenges he presented. Christy Brimberry, the office manager at Gas Monkey Garage, had a unique way of handling Tom Smith's sometimes challenging behavior. When asked by a fan how she managed Tom, her response was rather unconventional for a business setting. She mentioned treating him like a child when his actions became too offsetting. This approach seemed to work to some extent, as it prevented Tom from getting loud and obnoxious, reminiscent of a child who couldn't have their way. It's safe to say that managing Tom Smith required some creative strategies, given his unique personality and quirks. The Gas Monkey Garage of today is quite different from what it used to be during its prime. Fans were shocked to learn about the departure of beloved stars like Jordan Butler, Tom Smith, and Scott McMillan, who were not only cast members but also key mechanics at the shop. Their firings left many viewers outraged and curious about the reasons behind their severance. Tom Smith shed some light on the situation when he revealed that he and Jordan Butler were filming at the garage one day. A fan with cystic fibrosis approached them, expressing a desire to take a picture with Richard Rawlings' Rolls-Royce. This seemingly innocent interaction had an unexpected impact on how fans perceived Rawlings. It might have led to some changes in his image, prompting him to take action. In response, Rawlings played a role in creating another show called Misfit Garage. This spin-off featured the old Gas Monkey employees attempting to replicate and compete with Rawlings' original show. The decision by Richard Rawlings to let go of some of his staff only to cast them in a new show might seem like a dramatic move to create additional content. However, there's more to this decision than meets the eye. From a financial perspective, it comes down to simple math. Expanding into new ventures, such as creating a spin-off show or opening a new venue, requires a significant investment. To offset these costs, Rawlings needed to generate more revenue, and that meant producing more content. In order to make these new ventures financially viable, Rawlings implemented a 20% pay cut for everyone involved in the projects. Beyond television, Rawlings had ambitious plans to transform Gas Monkey into a billion-dollar brand. This required diversifying the business and exploring various revenue streams. He expanded into merchandise with the Gas Monkey merchandise line and ventured into the hospitality industry with the Gas Monkey Bar and Grill. One of his boldest endeavors was the creation of Gas Monkey Live, a concert venue that he hoped would become a major entertainment destination. Unfortunately, despite its potential, Gas Monkey Live faced challenges related to profitability. The venue's size and capacity didn't align with the number of patrons it could attract, leading to financial difficulties. Additionally, issues with the landlord further complicated the situation, ultimately resulting in the closure of Gas Monkey Live. As for the future of Gas Monkey's ventures, the spotlight now falls squarely on the Gas Monkey Bar and Grill. However, it's worth noting that this establishment found itself embroiled in a significant legal battle in 2018. The bar filed a whopping $6 million defamation lawsuit against none other than Richard Rawlings himself. The lawsuit shed light on the troubled history of the establishment. Problems seemed to arise from the very inception of the Gas Monkey Bar and Grill, with Rawlings being at the center of the controversies. Construction workers reported that Rawlings displayed disruptive behavior and treated them poorly during the construction phase. Employees went so far as to describe Rawlings' actions as reminiscent of a spoiled 13-year-old. In the end, the situation escalated to the point where Rawlings was banned from the construction site in an effort to ensure the timely opening of the bar and grill. While the bar's legal dispute with Rawlings unfolds, there's hope that the Gas Monkey merchandise line will thrive. Rawlings and his team are likely counting on the success of their merchandise to support their business endeavors in light of the changes and challenges brought about by the end of Fast and Loud. The drama surrounding Fast and Loud extends far beyond just Richard Rawlings' on- and off-screen antics. The show's producers found themselves embroiled in controversy due to their depiction of the modified Dodge Dart known as the Shart Cat. While it's common for reality TV to bend the boundaries of reality, it seems that the producers of Fast and Loud may have taken it a step too far with this particular creation. As anyone familiar with teenage humor knows, a shart tends to result in a messy situation, and the Shart Cat was no exception. This custom vehicle suffered from a range of technical problems, most notably transmission issues, which were downplayed considerably by the production crew. However, what truly stood out was the complete dismantling and reassembling of the car's computing components, a task carried out by Diablo Sport. The way the production crew portrayed this operation made it seem like a quick and straightforward task, as if such a rebuild were a simple endeavor. In reality, this process was far more complex and time-consuming than depicted on screen. The short but eventful history of Fast and Loud is marked by a series of on- and off-screen dramas, numerous firings that gave rise to spin-off series, and the memorable yet problematic Shart Cat. Yet it's important to note that drama and controversy often serve as the yardstick by which reality TV shows are measured. In this regard, despite its cancellation after 16 seasons, Fast and Loud will undoubtedly be remembered as a reality TV success story. The demise of Fast and Loud marked the end of an era in the world of car enthusiasts and reality television. However, Rawlings remains optimistic about the future, hinting at exciting developments in 2021. It appears that he's ready to embark on new creative ventures, promising intriguing prospects for Gas Monkey's future. While many fans of the hit show Fast and Loud were left wondering what could have possibly led to its abrupt end, the truth is far simpler than one might expect. The decision to conclude the highly successful show was solely Richard Rawlings' choice, a surprising revelation he made during a guest appearance on Joe Rogan's podcast, The Joe Rogan Experience. During an episode of The Joe Rogan Experience, number 578, Rawlings opted for a more candid approach when discussing the reasons behind the conclusion of Fast and Loud. Rawlings delved into the dynamics of his partnership with Discovery, shedding light on how the media landscape has evolved over the years. A decade ago, when Rawlings initially joined forces with Discovery, social media was far from the powerhouse it has become today. However, as part of his contract, Discovery sought to exert complete control over Richard's social media presence, including his vast following of millions. This arrangement meant that Rawlings was obligated to prioritize promoting other Discovery shows over sharing personal aspects of his life. He disclosed that he had signed away control over all media aspects, including his social media accounts. This contractual limitation meant that even sharing a simple photo of a car he purchased required Discovery's involvement and representation. And, in his own words, Rawlings hinted at a desire for more autonomy. So that's one thing I want to talk about the vacation, and maybe extending a little bit further to quote Stevie Nicks, I think I have to go my own way. His exclusive contract with Discovery Channel limited his ability to freely share personal content. Intriguingly, a clause within his contract explicitly prohibited him from making negative remarks about Discovery during the contract's duration. Violating this clause could result in hefty fines, potentially reaching up to $25,000 per incident. Naturally, such a financial burden discouraged any public discord between Rawlings and his employing studio. The tumultuous year of 2020 prompted Rawlings to take a step back and reflect on his future endeavors. It was during this period of reflection that he made the decision to bring the long-running show to an end. With the era of Fast and Loud officially drawing to a close, fans may be wondering what lies ahead for the beloved crew. Richard Rawlings is already gearing up for his next venture in the form of a podcast. Ever the entrepreneur, he recognizes the untapped potential in the podcasting realm, and his newfound freedom to explore this avenue is undoubtedly an exciting development. While the show that brought Gas Monkey Garage to fame may be gone, it seems that Rawlings is embracing new opportunities and embarking on a fresh chapter in his career. Richard Rawlings, the face of the long-running hit show Fast and Loud, was not alone in presenting the series. He was joined by Kaufman, one of the mechanical masterminds behind Gas Monkey Garage. However, in a March 2017 episode, viewers were hit with the surprising news that Kaufman was leaving the show for good. The revelation came shortly after he had returned from a break, and during the episode, he made it clear that his break from Gas Monkey was going to be permanent. Kaufman shed light on his decision in an interview with Art of Gears, which was conducted a month before the fateful episode aired. He shared that the demands of television and the need to produce work at a rapid pace had become overwhelming. He expressed a desire to build larger, more intricate cars, but the television format required smaller, quicker projects, which didn't align with his aspirations. Additionally, he hinted at growing personal issues and professional differences of opinions that contributed to his decision. Following his departure from Fast and Loud, Kaufman embarked on a new venture in 2018 with the show Shifting Gears with Kaufman. This change allowed him to create more elaborate, time-consuming builds of his own design, freeing him from the constraints of the fast-paced Fast and Loud format. The dynamic dream team of Rawlings and Kaufman was no more, and it became evident that the original format of the show was no longer a suitable fit for Rawlings either. In December 2016, Richard Rawlings shared a heartfelt message on the Gas Monkey Garage blog, expressing his sentiments about Kaufman's departure from the show. In the post, Rawlings acknowledged Kaufman's integral role in the garage's success, emphasizing that moving forward without his talents would be a challenging journey. While Rawlings didn't delve into the specifics of the disagreements that Kaufman had alluded to, he seemed committed to keeping any potential drama away from the cameras, as he noted in his post. Like Kaufman, Rawlings yearned for greater creative freedom and autonomy. It was this desire for independence and the pursuit of new creative ventures that ultimately led to the bittersweet end of Fast and Loud. While the show may have concluded, it appears that both Rawlings and Kaufman have found new avenues to explore in their respective careers. The shift from Discovery towards a stronger focus on YouTube and various automotive ventures marked a significant change for Rawlings, one that he appears to be thoroughly enjoying thanks to the added freedom it offers. There were moments of frustration during his time with Discovery, such as the 5-year wait to collaborate with the legendary Chip Foose. In recent times, Rawlings has remained incredibly busy, and one of the most surprising developments is his decision to sell off a portion of his Gas Monkey classic car collection. He made this choice in order to acquire better cars, different cars, things I've always wanted to have, which certainly seems like a valid reason. The sale involved 28 vehicles from his collection and generated a substantial sum of over $1,000. This financial boost positions Gas Monkey Garage and Richard Rawlings to continue seeking out new cars for restoration, building, and documentation. Despite the end of the Fast and Loud show, the spirit of the series appears to be very much alive, And that's what truly matters to the fans. Chances of Fast and Loud coming back. Despite all the drama and controversy surrounding it, there's no denying that many fans of automotive shows would eagerly welcome the return of Fast and Loud. It's a unique show that strikes a balance between showcasing craftsmanship and delivering dramatic moments. While there are several automotive shows available today, including Car Masters, Rust to Riches, Rust Valley Restorers, and Graveyard Cars, each of them caters to a specific audience, making Fast and Loud's distinct blend of elements all the more appealing. It's worth noting that any rumors or speculations about the show's revival or the introduction of a new cast are simply untrue. Fast and Loud has been canceled and is permanently off the air, leaving many fans disappointed by the end of an era in automotive television. As we wrap up this journey into the world of Fast and Loud and the Gas Monkey Garage, it's clear that the show's end marked a significant turning point for Richard Rawlings and his team. The departure of key employees, the drama both on and off screen, and the challenges they faced all contribute to a fascinating chapter in automotive television history. Now, we'd love to hear from you, our dedicated audience. What are your thoughts on the series ending? And what do you think the future holds for Richard Rawlings and Gas Monkey Garage? Share your opinions in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more exciting content. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.